2023 was definitely Shotgun Farmers' best year. Not only did we have the introduction of Shotgun Farmers 2.0, but Quasi was able to release 3 seasons within the year. We got the new map Moonside, 2 Horde modes, Forest and North, and a Bok Bok plush. And none of this went unnoticed by the community, which was kind of falling off in 2022, going into that latter half, massively resurged with new returning players making content, especially competitively, right, with montages and stuff like that. And I released 2 community videos, what the hell? Old players got unbanned, everyone was playing, player counts rose a ton, there was an Among Us collab. I mean, I don't think SF will ever top 2023 in terms of content. But do I think 2024 is going to be my personal favorite year? Probably. And I'm not going to hold you, it's for a completely stupid reason that probably no one else will care about, but it's important to me, guys, come on. So here's my roadmap, my prediction, what I want to see from this year, what I want Quasi to personally focus on, and how to just completely overall improve the quality of the game. Number 1, I'm going right off the bat, Season 4 being Eastside, the new Pork City map update. Just last month marked the 3-year anniversary of my concept being posted in official. Quasi liked it so much that he made 2 maps in between. Jesus. Not only did I make a map concept with 1 billion puns and concept art, I also sat down and created a Google document of 50 tiers so that Quasi can literally make the map and then follow everything that I put in that doc and just make a full-ass season. Quasi referenced my fan art by making the statue of Porkity, specifically, like that's like a 1-to-1 call, or that's 1-to-1 like with my actual concept art. And Quasi recently showed off Bachman, which is another concept art thing that I made. It only looks like a little better drawn by the concept artist than me, but it's still a little better. So I don't think it's too far off to assume that Iron Ham and Captain Crop, I think the guy's name was, are also probably coming in the update. Quasi, I've laid it all out for you. All you have, I'm actually glad that Eastside got delayed by like 3 years, because if it came out before SF 2.0, then there wouldn't be probably a whole cattle pass based on the concept of a city map. So please, Quasi, just like maybe like on a dumpster, like say like D-Keef was here, or like maybe like graffiti of like a horse with devil wings, like, or something like that. I don't know, just as like a reference, because like, I don't know, like, I don't know. But enough with the self-glazing. I'm pretty sure that's going to be Season 4. I'm probably sure that's going to release in like the May or like June. So enough with that. I can't really predict what else Quasi is going to make seasons based off of. If I were to guess, there will probably be 2 season releases this year, because obviously he couldn't make 3 because the first one was at the start of the year and he released 2 new ones after the first one. So there's definitely going to be one towards like the middle of the year and then one towards the end, like what we saw last year. I couldn't tell you what the theme would be. He hasn't given us a lot to work with. It could be jungle side, which some people were talking about, medieval, underwater. It could be like whatever theme he wants. I have no way of knowing. He hasn't shown off or announced anything. But what else do I want to see this year besides just these massive season updates? I know this probably can't happen, and if it would ever happen, it would be like 2027, but cross-platform accounts, in-game accounts, with like an in-game friend system and in-game parties that are not like tied specifically to PlayStation, so you can have an account across multiple different platforms. You can bring in your Switch on the go, still have your same account, and you can join parties from different people on different platforms. That would be super cool. Epic Games has it with like their Epic Friends and stuff like that on Fortnite, so you're not in a party on your specific platform. It's really cool. Quasi said he wants to do it. It's probably really hard to do, and that's why he hasn't done it yet. But I think it would be really, really cool, and it would probably be worth a season update on its own. One thing I'm begging Quasi adds in this update, it's something small. He can do it in any update. It doesn't matter. It can be a hot fix for all I care. Like you can add this, no problem. An auto balance GMO. Listen, the number one reason why SF doesn't have full lobbies is because people leave when their team is losing. If it's a 3v2 and one team is losing by a lot, the one guy is just going to leave the team, and then the other guy is just going to leave the team, and it's going to ruin lobbies. Every single lobby is one full side of real players, and the other side is one player against with like 7 bot teammates, because everyone always joins the team with more players. It doesn't have to be a permanent feature, which is why I think it's perfect for a GMO. You turn it on, it auto-assigns you a team based on the number of players and the number of kills each player had before. That might be a little too fancy, so just have the teams shuffle every single game. Just have a team auto-balance a GMO where the teams can change depending on how many kills or whatever, how many players. And if you can't do that, just have them shuffle anyway, right? If you can't figure out how to do that, which I would assume that you would be able to do that, but just in case you can't, just have it so that the teams shuffle every single time. Alright, what else would I like Quasi to add? I want a lot more collaborations. Maybe not a lot more, but like 2023 had some really, really cool ones. We had Tom the Crops, and then we had Among Us. We now have like 3 crossovers in Shotgun Farmers. I think we should keep that up. It's really cool for different indie games to connect and maybe branch out Shotgun Farmers' audience. I think that would all be really, really cool. That Fall Guys collab, dude, we all remember it. We were all laughing at the Among Us concept art until it actually came out in game. I think the Blade of Grass, the thing that Quasi kind of has been hinting at for a couple of years, said he's kind of been wanting to work on it. I feel like introducing it this year would be a really good addition. There's a lot of weapons that Quasi has scrapped that he's talked about making over the past couple of years, like the Spudnade launcher or the banana ring. But the Blade of Grass has been one that, for all I know, I believe it's been around since like 2020 when I started, being involved in the community. Everyone, it was being discussed in streams and comments and stuff like that. I think it's a really cool idea. You would have to somehow make it more different from the shovel. Maybe like adding like a cool little like dash move, kind of like the hook from Fortnite. I'm not gonna lie, like you can do like a charged up attack that like throws you forward, but you have to like charge it up or something like that. Maybe you go faster while holding it, but it does less damage. I don't know. I feel like making it kind of like a Fortnite mythic would be really cool. Like you pick it up, it's like the Infinity Blade. You have to do all these like charged attacks, but it does like insane, like maybe 150 damage if you're able to hit it. I think that would be really cool. Add something completely like unique. It would kind of change up the gameplay. Would it ruin comp? Maybe. Would it be ignored in comp? Probably. I just think that would be really cool. Ranked mode Quasi, don't add it. I'm telling you. Don't add it. I have a couple reasons. Number one, the game does not have that many players. People who want to get into competitive probably aren't actually that good. Probably worse than me. Probably worse than someone like Chube, and they get completely pooped on and they would stop freaking playing ranked. Number two, everyone who wants ranked, all the 12 competitive players, just want it because they play competitive and they don't, they just want cool things for being good at the game. No. Second of all, Shotgun Farmers is casual. Or third of all, whatever. It's casual. It's a fun game. If you die, it doesn't matter. You just replay. It doesn't matter if you lose. It doesn't matter if you win. They got rid of the death and lose counter in your stats to make it more casual and more fun. I'm not saying that you can't have competitive, because I'm in the competitive community. I literally hosted a tournament last month, but leave that to the fans. If you want to do an official tournament, I think that would be super cool. Do that for 2023. But ranked, not worth it, dude. I'm telling you. I wouldn't be super upset. Like, I wouldn't be like, oh my god, this is awful if it gets added. But personally, I don't think it's something that needs to be worked on, because if you want to join competitive, just do it. People aren't that great at Shotgun Farmers, okay? I feel like if a lot of people would try it out, get bodied by whatever sweats, just only play. Would it only be 1v1s? I don't even understand how you would do it. Remember when, pretty much a year ago, I'm pretty sure I'm releasing this video on the 14th, my SF 2.0 will change the game forever video was on the 15th, So I guess maybe depending on what time zone you're in, 1 year ago today exactly. You remember that video where I like made this like joke about like the Ramo pet being added to the game, this diamond Bach bling, which I only recently unlocked from hitting Prestige 6, because you know Ramo is this YouTuber community guy who wears the diamond Bach, and how there's a trillion billion other pets now based on suitcases and Sasquatches and all these insane zombie ghost everythings. Remember how I made that joke? I was like, there's still no horse pet. There's no horse pet in the game, Quasi? What the frick? There's no horse pet? Like, but there's a Bok pet and a Kaka pet and a pig pet and a cow pet. There's pets for every other basic animal in the game, but there's no horse pet, Quasi? That's what? And then you have all these different ghost or zombie iterations of all the regular characters. Guess what? Still no horse pet. 1 year later, there's no horse pet. So please, Quasi, I mean, for season 4, you know, if that's East Side, I think it'd be kind of like cool to put it in as like a reference to like I don't know, some guy. I don't know if you heard of him. His name's like Dekeef_SF. Just make him look like the cow one. You know, that cartoony-ish, tiny style. Name him like Bucket of Glue or something, I don't know. Now for Quasi, what should Quasi personally try to improve, not only in the game, but in the community? I would say, personally, stream. Please, for the love of all that is holy, just stream development. Like, when was the last time that Quasi just, like, tried to, like, make an asset on stream? I mean, he doesn't want to stream because he's working on all this cool secret stuff, and then he streams and then leaks all that cool secret stuff. Like I said, Shotgun Farmers was the best in 2023. I'm hoping Quasi can keep the momentum going into 2024 with new season updates, new guns, and a very active community. Please stream, Quasi, please stream.